Could this actually be the flood tunnel that's causing our problems? I don't know. That's what we're here to find out, because we could be that close to the treasure.
We have spent a lot of time to try to follow the gold and silver. If there's gold in that void, that'd be huge.
They actually did it. After seasons of sweat, mud, and near misses, the ultimate prize of Oak Island has been claimed. We're not talking about a single coin or a splinter of wood. We're talking about the motherlode, a secret chamber, a quarter-mile deep, filled with piles of gold, ancient scrolls, and technology that shouldn't exist. The thing nobody tells you is that the treasure itself is the least shocking part of this discovery. The truth behind who buried it and why is a bombshell that makes pirate stories look like fairy tales. The biggest secret in North American history has been unearthed. Chamber X revealed. For over 200 years, Oak Island has been a tantalizing enigma, a siren's call for treasure hunters, historians, and adventurers. It's a story many people are crazy about, a tale of a legendary money pit, an impossibly deep hole rigged with ingenious booby traps. For generations, the search has been a cycle of hope and heartbreak, yielding little more than tantalizing clues. A coated stone, fragments of coconut fiber from thousands of miles away, and whispers of a curse. The cost has been immense, measured not just in millions of dollars, but in human lives.
This must have come out of something else.
What is that?
2 stakes.
But you see, everything changed in what seemed like just another routine survey. The team, led by brothers Rick and Marty Lagina, had poured their hearts and a considerable fortune into the island. They brought in cutting-edge technology, from advanced metal detectors to seismic testing equipment, determined to succeed where all others had failed. The thing nobody tells you is that the biggest discoveries often happen when you're looking for something else. While investigating a strange magnetic anomaly far deeper than the original money pit, their industrial drill suddenly punched through solid bedrock into open air. The readings were off the charts. They had found a void, a man-made chamber located an astonishing 1,320 feet below the surface. That's deeper than the Empire State Building is tall. This wasn't just another natural cavern. The remote cameras they sent down revealed the impossible. Smooth, dressed stone walls, arched ceilings, and an engineering precision that seemed centuries ahead of its time. The team named it Chamber X. The air was thick with anticipation. Could this be it? After 2 centuries of failures, had they finally stumbled upon the treasure vault? But not all things are what they seem. Getting into the chamber was a monumental challenge. It was located far below the known flood tunnels that had thwarted every previous attempt to excavate the money pit. It required a new shaft, a massive engineering project that took months of careful planning and execution.
Now, I'm short of that one thing that proves the treasure is real.
The pressure was enormous. The world was watching, and the island's infamous curse seemed to hang over their heads. The moment the team finally breached the chamber wall was a scene of pure, unadulterated awe. The first images sent back from the submersible drone were breathtaking. Piles of gold and silver coins glittered in the drone's lights, forming small hills of wealth on the chamber floor. Ornate gold chains lay draped over chests, and masterfully crafted ornaments were scattered about, hinting at a treasure far older and more significant than any pirate's hoard. It was a sight that no one had ever expected to see. The sheer volume of wealth was staggering, estimated to be in the hundreds of millions, possibly even billions of dollars. The legends were true. The Oak Island treasure was real and they had found it, but the gold was just the beginning. Secrets in the deep. As the exploration of Chamber X continued, it became clear that this was no mere treasure chest. It was a time capsule, a sacred vault containing items of immense historical and religious significance. The thing nobody tells you is that the most valuable treasure isn't always made of gold. Dominating the center of the chamber was an object that sent shockwaves through the historical community, an elaborately carved cross. It stood nearly 3 feet tall, crafted from a combination of gold, silver, and a strange dark metal that scientists couldn't immediately identify. Its design was intricate, reminiscent of styles used by medieval Christian orders. This was the first concrete piece of evidence suggesting a link to the legendary Knights Templar, the warrior monks who were said to have vanished with their immense treasure in the 14th century. The discovery of the cross was a game changer. For years, theories connecting the Templars to Oak Island were dismissed as fringe speculation. But here was proof, sitting in a sealed chamber deep beneath the Atlantic. It suggested that the Templars, far from being destroyed, may have escaped their persecution in Europe and made their way to North America centuries before Columbus. The wow factor here is off the charts. This single artifact could force a complete rewriting of North American history. But the revelations didn't stop there. Lining the walls of Chamber X were niches, and inside them the team found dozens of scrolls perfectly preserved in sealed lead tubes. You see, this was the library of a lost world. When the researchers carefully opened them, they found writings in Latin, Old French, and a series of indecipherable ciphers. Initial translations of the Latin texts were astounding. They weren't religious texts, but engineering plans.
Is it?
It is.
It's a coin, mate! Sweet! Look at that, it's a beauty.
Detailed schematics for the money pit's ingenious flood tunnels and defensive mechanisms. It was the instruction manual for the very traps that had guarded this chamber for centuries. Many people are crazy about codes, and this was the ultimate one. But perhaps the most baffling discoveries were the remnants of what looked like advanced technology. Scattered throughout the chamber were strange gears, complex valves, and parts of stone mechanisms that seemed to defy explanation. The precision and complexity of these items were centuries ahead of their time. It was as if someone with knowledge far beyond the accepted history of the period had designed and built this place. The team even found what appeared to be human remains deliberately placed in wall niches, almost like guardians watching over the treasure. The chamber wasn't just a vault, it was a tomb, a library, and a museum of lost technology all in one. And tucked away in a corner, they found a massive locked chest. The chest was a puzzle in itself, a message from the stars. The discovery of Templar-like artifacts was world-changing, but the thing nobody tells you is that some of the items found in Chamber X simply don't fit into any known human history. Think about it. The strange dark metal woven into the cross? After months of analysis at the world's top labs, the results came back and they were utterly baffling. The material has an atomic structure that has never been seen before. It's lighter than aluminum but stronger than titanium, and it doesn't seem to corrode. It is, for all intents and purposes, an impossible metal. It wasn't forged on Earth. But here's where the rabbit hole goes deeper. The advanced gears and mechanisms found scattered in the chamber were subjected to radiocarbon dating. The dates came back so old they were almost unbelievable, pointing to an origin thousands of years before the Knights Templar even existed. We're talking about a time when most of humanity was still using primitive tools, yet here was evidence of machinery with the precision of a modern Swiss watch. So if the Templars didn't build it, who did? This has opened the door to a theory so wild it sounds like science fiction. What if the original builders of the Oak Island Vault weren't from this world? Many people are crazy about the idea that ancient civilizations were visited by extraterrestrials. Now, a growing number of theorists are suggesting that Chamber X isn't a treasure vault at all, but a time capsule left behind by an alien race. The impossible metal, the advanced technology, the strange ciphers on the scrolls, could these be pieces of an alien puzzle? Some believe the chamber was a repository of knowledge, left for humanity to find when it was advanced enough to understand it. The odd magnetic and radiation readings that the team has detected on the island for years suddenly make a terrifying kind of sense.
You're looking at history, right?
To see how that wood has been preserved it's unbelievable, eh?
It's amazing.
They weren't just signs of buried metal, they could be the faint hum of dormant alien technology. You see, the treasure might not be gold, but a galactic instruction manual. The implications are staggering. It suggests a hidden history of our planet, a secret interaction with beings from the stars that has been deliberately kept from us for millennia. This would mean the Templars, or whoever came later, didn't build the vault. They found it. They became its guardians, adding their own treasures and secrets to the alien foundation. They recognized its power and importance and swore to protect it. They built the money pit and its deadly traps not just to protect gold, but to protect a secret so powerful it could shatter our entire understanding of the universe and our place in it. The scrolls could be the key to everything, guardians of the Grail. If the chamber is a library of ancient and possibly alien knowledge, then what exactly is written on the scrolls? While some contain engineering plans, many of the coded texts remain a complete mystery. The thing nobody tells you is that a bizarre and compelling theory has emerged from the shadows of history, one that connects Oak Island not to knights or aliens, but to the greatest writer in the English language, William Shakespeare. The theory suggests that the true author of Shakespeare's plays was Sir Francis Bacon, a brilliant philosopher and statesman who was the leader of a secret society. According to this wild theory, Bacon and his society buried the original manuscripts of the plays, along with other priceless documents and treasures, on Oak Island. Why? To protect this knowledge for a future age, an age that could understand its hidden codes and meanings? The ciphers on the scrolls, theorists claim, are Bacon's own secret writing, and when decoded, they will not only prove he was Shakespeare, but will also reveal lost secrets of science, philosophy, and history. It sounds crazy, but the team found something in the water deep within the money pit years ago: high concentrations of mercury. In the 1600s, mercury was used to preserve old paper documents. But let's merge these ideas. What if the Templars, after finding the ancient vault, passed their guardianship to other secret societies through the centuries, like the one led by Sir Francis Bacon? It would become the ultimate secret, a crusade to protect not just treasure, but the most important relics and knowledge in human history. This brings us to the most legendary quest of all, the search for the Holy Grail and the Ark of the Covenant. Many people are crazy about the idea that the Templars discovered these sacred artifacts in the Holy Land and smuggled them to safety. Could it be that the cross found in Chamber X is not just any cross,
Beyond belief, in the Ark of the Covenant, the Holy Grail,
but a marker, a sign that the true Grail or the Ark itself is the final prize hidden on Oak Island? This casts the Lagina brothers and their team in a whole new light. Are they just lucky treasure hunters, or were they chosen? Some now believe the entire quest was a carefully guided initiation, that the clues they found were tests, leading them to a destiny they never knew they had. They are no longer just a team, they are the newest link in a chain of secret keepers stretching back centuries. They have inherited the burden and the honor of protecting these world-changing secrets. The real treasure was never the gold. The real treasure is the knowledge and the power that comes with it. They now face a choice that could change the world forever. The world reacts. The final tantalizing piece of the puzzle was the massive chest found in the corner of Chamber X. It was bound in iron and sealed with a complex lock that took experts days to carefully bypass. The anticipation was palpable. What final secret did this chest hold? When the lid was finally lifted, it revealed a fortune in gold coins, all dating from the early 1600s. This find only deepened the mystery. The Templar cross suggested a medieval origin, but these coins were from a much later period. It meant that the chamber had likely been accessed and added to over the centuries, a secret passed down through a hidden lineage. Who were they? The discovery of Chamber X and its contents sent an earthquake through the worlds of history, archaeology, and treasure hunting. The thing nobody tells you is that a discovery of this magnitude creates as many questions as it answers. The mainstream media erupted. The History Channel's The Curse of Oak Island became the most watched program on television overnight. Experts from around the globe descended on the small island, all clamoring for a look at the artifacts that were rewriting history in real time. But not all things are what they seem. The sheer scale of the find has presented a new set of challenges. How do you properly excavate, preserve, and study a site of this importance? The Canadian government has already declared it a national treasure, placing it under strict protection. You see, the story of Oak Island is no longer about finding treasure, it's about understanding its meaning. What do the indecipherable scrolls say? Who were the engineers behind the advanced mechanisms? What is the strange metal in the cross? And who were the people laid to rest within the chamber's walls? They found the treasure, but have they unleashed a history that some wanted to remain buried forever? What secrets are they still not telling us? Let us know your theories in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more answers to history's greatest mysteries.